Warning.
I hear something.
Censorship. Warning. Censorship. Warning. Censorship.
Welcome to the Rebel News. I don't even know where we are. Rebel News daily live stream. My name's Andrew. I'm with Quadruple Threat Matt Brevner, actor, dancer,
Good morning,
singer,
sir. How are you
reporter,
doing?
cameraman. How are you doing today, Matt?
Poop disturber, editor, Christian, poet sometimes. Nah, I don't know. I'm good, man. I'm a little tired, but it's that time of year in BC when you wake up for work and it's still dark. So I'm just adjusting.
Yes, Matt.
How are you? How are things going on
from
the
the
East
West
Coast?
Coast? I'm doing well, thank you. This is the Rebel daily live stream where we take your comments and criticisms on websites like SuperU, Rumble, and Odyssey. They all have paid chats that we can read on air for you, whether it's a question, comment, concern, link, hate mail, whatever you want. We're also on YouTube to the 1.5 million subscribers there, but you cannot give us a paid chat there. We also can't talk about certain topics on there, Matt Brevner, so it's going to be a couple stories on YouTube, then we're going to break away. And the first thing we can talk about, I think, on YouTube, producer AD, is Justin Trudeau's new call to arms in terms of requirement for vaccination for travelers and federal public servants. Now, I'm guessing that would mean if you go to Service Canada to get your passport renewed, that's going to mean who else is federal public servants? Airport workers. RCMP is on the list, and also air travelers and rail travelers who are hoping to go in between provinces, I think, nationally, also have to be vaccinated in order to ride on those types of transportation. No mention of blimps or hot air balloons, so some of us might be safe. But if we could pull up that article, well, Matt, give us your opinion on this. Did you think it was inevitable to happen? They announced it. Did you have any thought that they maybe would not go through with it?
No, I didn't. The Liberals campaigned pretty hard on this, and it seems the more fear that was stoked up, the more the average person was in favor of it. And I'm not sure if that's because the numbers are showing that most people have taken their first and second dose at this point, and so they're just part of the club now, so they're perpetuating the narrative of the club, or if they actually believe that this is going to help. But it's I got to be honest, it's something that's been troubling me for quite some time, the idea that I might be stuck in my home province for the rest of this idea, like, wow, do I really have 3 weeks before I if I'm gonna flee, is the door narrowly closing? Yeah, I mean, I think these are conversations that a lot of us are having with our families and loved ones lately, and it's troubling to say the least. How do you feel about it? It doesn't seem like much of a curveball to me, but.
No, I guess you're gonna have to drive down to Washington State or whatever you want to take a flight east. But I feel like from their eyes, if you want to look at it from the eyes of somebody who's thinking that this is a good thing and it's not nefarious on their part, their eyes are saying, well, it's going to push the last few remaining people to get vaccinated. And I don't know how much of this we can even say on YouTube, but let's not get too critical. The producers, let's not question the system. So maybe we got to save some of that. But I guess. No, let's keep YouTube around for a few more minutes, and I'll just say something along the lines of, this is predictable. They did say they were going to campaign on it. I think what they're doing now is they want people to, follow through on what they think is the good thing to do, what they think is the right thing to do. And from Justin Trudeau's point of view, to your credit, Matt, you said he went harder and harder in the paint as the election season rolled on, and now he's just going to be harder on it because he thinks winning another election, albeit by slightly less than last time, he thinks this is what the people want in his eyes, or he's just going to say this is what the people want because they re-elected him. Do I think it's going to stop people from traveling? Yes, I do think it will. Is it going to encourage people to follow through on what they want them to? I think it will as well. I think when they do things like this and take away people's freedoms, they move the needle a little bit. But at this point, it's really hard for me to picture why people are going to hold out for a year and a half, 19 months, and then be like, okay, now I should give in. Now I should do what the government tells me. And it is feeling like coercion. I mean, you're literally taking away people's freedom to travel. And
I
we're
mean, are
towing
we
the
saying
line
that
here.
it feels like? Are we just saying it feels like it's maybe the C word because that's what we have to say that it feels like? Because I
I don't
mean,
know.
I feel like maybe people are gonna, I've been thinking for the past year and a half, if people aren't gonna comply then, they're not gonna comply now. But the reality is, like when your job's on, never mind like social situations and relationships, like if your job's on the line and you can't travel and you can't eat and like and it's like, well, basically do this or curl up into a ball and disappear. Like that's tough. I think
Yeah.
even if people genuinely felt that they were doing something that was against what was best for them in whatever way, they would still maybe be forced to do it.
We got to get off YouTube, you guys. I'm looking at our list of topics here. We've got mandate here, restaurants here, policy there. YouTube just doesn't cut it for us anymore. You've got to go into the link in the description. You've got to go to rebelnews.com/livestream, and we're going to be on Rumble, where you can Rumble rant to us, and Super U and Odyssey as well. They have a cryptocurrency and cash payment there. Unfortunately, I wanted to stay on for at least 10 minutes for the YouTube audience, but every single sentence we try to say here, we're muzzled. We've got 120,000 on Rumble right now, subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to us there yet, please go. There's tons of other creators on there. Steven Crowder's on there. Donald Trump Jr.'s on there. Dinesh D'Souza. All your favorites are on Rumble is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you're a fan of politics and news, go to Rumble and make it your primary source. And if not there, go to Super U if you want to support a Canadian website as well. And while we transition to there, don't forget to go to stopvaccinepassports.com if you want to contribute to our legal fight against it. We've opened up something in BC. Reporter